and welcome to Alone in the Dark, option number 1 or 2 for Jack in the Dark. I don't know what a Jack in the Dark is. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is. But welcome to it. Not Jack in the Dark, Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark, for those of you that don't know some pretty crucial video game history. Alone in the Dark is a 1992 video game that basically invented the survival horror genre that you know, and in turn, all horror. Basically, any horror game that you've played is kind of starting from Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark used fixed camera angles. That was like its big behind my head, but congrats, dude. Alone in the Dark's big innovation. It uses fixed camera angles, and that was a limitation for the time. It was because of they wanted to use 3D backgrounds, but 3D backgrounds caused computers of that time to basically catch on fire. So to have fully 3D movement in a 3D world using 3D models, they had to basically take a picture of the background and then have you walk on a big JPEG. So that created fixed camera angles, which then influenced Resident Evil, which was also based off of Sweet Home, a 1989 horror game. Resident Evil then used fixed camera angles and created the popularity of the survival horror genre, and basically every horror thing as we know it today, even outside of gaming, with films like Zombies kind of influencing a lot of horror, has a lot of base in Resident Evil, which in turn has base in Alone in the Dark. So this is kind of the origin point. This is the beginning of everything survival horror, and again, in turn, horror as well. But even more than that, for me, in my use case, this game is a resource for my next video. So my next video, the video essays that I work on, is based on cameras. It's all cameras, excuse me. It's all cameras in gaming, with a big focus on third person and fixed camera angles, as it is mostly about like cinematography and creative camera work in games that don't really exist in some perspective types. So what we're playing this game for, and what we're going to be looking at as we play this game, as it is the origin of fixed camera angles, is how it utilized the fixed camera perspective to create interesting scenes, to use interesting cinematography, be that angles, framing, probably not movement because, again, of the limitation, and how it uses that to probably not frighten us, but attempt to frighten us. I don't imagine that this game is in reality going to be that scary simply because it's so old at this point. I expect it to be more goofy than it is scary, because it's from 1992, but we're going to see the attempts that they take at that kind of stuff. Yeah, I also want to preface before we even begin, and you'll see, I think that this is by far the ugliest game I've ever streamed. And it's not really because it's the ugliest, it's just the time. It just is aged. It's just aged really bad. So anyways, enough rigmarole. Let's dive in, huh? Infogrames, also known as Atari. Now, they got acquired, I think. Just for a little insight, this is how I'm looking at this game. Just so you know. It is zoomed in for you. Mm-hmm.
What the scallop? I'm a goofy goober.
This game then got a sequel of Alone in the Dark 2 that is popularly regarded as actual garbage. It then got a third game, Alone in the Dark 3, which is popularly regarded as even worse. It then got a 2008 remake, which was somehow even worse than... Actually, I think we're going to see this when I start the game. It then got a 2008 remake, which was somehow even worse than the third game. And then it got a 2024 reboot remake thing, starring David Harbour, that wasn't as bad as 2008 or Alone in the Dark 3 or 2 or maybe even 1, but it just kind of got ignored and overlooked and nobody really cared about it. So anyways, regardless, without all further ado, we have to choose a character. Now, while I'm interested in playing as this woman that I don't know the name of, I'm gonna choose this character only because this is the character I know from this game, and in my script I directly say Edward Carnby, who is this person. So...
On my door, a dull brass plate says, Private Detective. The few friends I have call me Carnby. The others call me the Reptile. I don't care to think what my banker calls me. These days, it's unopened. Bills and threats to send in the receivers just ruin my day.
Ah! He's a man on a mission. Isn't it beautiful? Now hang on. Does this actually pause? I'm not confident that this paused. Hang on, let me... Okay. Now, this is an old game, so we gotta read the manual. How to play with Alone in the Dark. Game objective. The owner of Derceto, Derceto, Jeremy Hartwood, died a few days ago. I know it's really sad. I know. I get it. Died a few days ago. The police report, filed after a cursory investigation, concluded that the well-known artist had taken his own life. His devoted butler confirmed that Hartwood had been suffering from considerable mental depression for some months. He had placed even more strain on his already delicate health by translating the many ancient manuscripts contained in Derceto's extensive library. He also suffered from insomnia, and what few hours of sleep he had were troubled by particularly disturbing nightmares. He appeared to be convinced of a mysterious presence in the old house. Derceto is now empty. Rumors abound of a curse or of an evil power dwelling within its walls. Such stories are not uncommon with houses like Derceto, especially in this particular area. For some days now, however, a cloud of doubt has hung over your mind. What are those strange lights inside the house at nightfall? What could account for the eerie noises to be heard each time you approach? Where did Jeremy commit suicide? And what compels you toward the house? What is Derceto's terrible secret? Apparently the other, the lady that I could have chose was Emily Hartwood. Just fun fact. Okay. Oh, hang on, I'll do this just so the music comes back on, because, yeah. Okay. Now, when people talk about tank controls, this is what they mean. Action. Fight, open, search, close, push. I made the rocking chair move. I was thinking maybe there was something under the rug. Yeah, so like, for even those of you that haven't heard of this game, you most likely have seen this game. If you've ever really watched any video essay or gaming video at all about horror games or anything, you've probably seen footage of this game. Ah! I can't leave! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! How did I run? Oh, I have to activate fight mode to run? To gain the ability to run? You find a bow. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay, hang on. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna load our save, because this is old games. They expect you to load the save. And we're gonna continue reading this manual. Alright? Because again, old game, they expect you to read the manual. You can perform certain actions whenever you wish. Fight, open, search, shut, push, and jump at certain times only. Other actions are directly linked to items in your possession. See using items. Fight. Press the spacebar and keep it pressed. Your character is ready to attack. By pressing arrow left or right keys, your character will throw a punch with either his left or right fist. Press up or down arrow to kick. Remember to maintain both the spacebar and the relevant arrow press down as you punch or kick. Open search. Place the character near the item you want to open or search. Press the spacebar, and the character will either search or attempt to open the item. Oh, I had to press the spacebar. Oh. Okay. That's what I was doing wrong. Are you using controller or keyboard? Keyboard. Okay, alright. We're gonna do the classic load the save. Alright. Okay. So I had to be pressing spacebar. Now, is there anything with this? No. Oh, it is double tapping to run, you're right. Can I search this bookcase? You find a book. A rifle? I wonder if I have limited inventory space. Do you think I can only carry 5 items? I'm guessing I can't open this hatch from this side. An old Indian cover. Alright. Uh-oh. 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 Hang on, wait. I assume the rifle doesn't have any ammo, right? Oh, it does! Yeah, I don't know how to shoot. Kick! 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 Hiya! Hiya! Ooh, ooh. I watched Cobra Kai once and it was good! I'm out of here! Slowly walk down the stairs. Hi, sailor. How are you? Thank you for the 500 bits. Hang on, wait. Hang on. Oh, wait, no. Close. Can I not close the door? We're gonna have a good time. It's crazy that this game from 1992 was more lax about me. It was more lax about me. Nothing here, okay. Swapping my computer around, like swapping my keyboard from computer to computer, than like a lot of modern games. Yeah, it's very janky of whether or not it sprints or not. When I double tap. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to say fuck the rug. Just try to skedaddle. There's a door. Oh, never mind. I was just seeing it from a different camera angle and didn't register. Okay. Seems to be useful if it has any bullets. It does. But I didn't read the using ranged weapons in the guide. Hang on. Oh no, I refreshed. Left arrow, right arrow directs the gun. Left or right, down arrow fires. Have no ammunition. Okay. Patience. So, do you think it's coming down here, or? Hello? That's weird. Scared of this. Oh my god, you were right. Oh my god, you were right. What the hell? It turned into fucking Spy Kids 3D bubbles! What the shit? Oh, sorry, I had fight mode activated. My bad. Okay, hang on. Oh! What's happening there? That can't be good. Yeah. Alright, we're good. A zombie? Actually, it's a ghoul. It's a ghoul. Like the same thing that you said, but quirky. Hi, Arisa, how are you? How's your stream? Oh, hang on. Which ones? So, now I can't see too good. Hope your stream was good. How is Carmen Sandiego? What is Carmen Sandiego? And more importantly, where is Carmen Sandiego? And who is Carmen Sandiego? Do you think I could have hided? Push. Hang on, Chet, I'm experimenting. Holy shit, we're loading a save. New tech! New tech! I'm pushing this stool everywhere on accident! Yeah. Now that ghoul's not gonna be able to get in. Okay. Then we're gonna go over here. Okay. Yeah. Did it work? Did it work? Yeah. Genius! Genius maneuvers! Okay, hang on. We gotta save. Blocked. Yeah! We're learning! And then that guy can't get in! And I got a rug! Or a cover. Yeah! Nothing here. Can I use it? No? Okay, at the very least, not right now. Nothing important. Okay. A book. Can I read the book?
Fragment of the Myth of the Golden Fleece. Translation, Edouard de Villeban. Hesperides Publications.
Then Perseus came across Ichios, who had been turned into stone. He spoke to his companions and said, "Beware of the Medusa. He who looks into their eyes is doomed to the same fate as that which befell poor Ichios, and will never more set eyes on Seriphos." "Must we go blindfolded?" asked Emelopes. "Take up your bronze shields and polish them until they flash in the sun," answered Perseus. "Fill your hearts with courage."
It was a redeem. Ace.
"May Artemis guide us as though we were an arrow from her quiver." But Emelopes was not satisfied. "Why do that, Perseus? Is 3 inches of sharpened metal not enough to destroy these accursed creatures?"
Some would say 3 inches is too
Then
much,
Perseus
you know?
drew his sword, which shone and glittered in the sun, and with it he dazzled Emelopes. "Now what can you see?" the companions of Zeus' sons laughed. "Let us set to work, so that our shields may shine like mirrors."
No one says that, Drew? I don't know. I've heard a lot of people say that. Honestly, I think most people would say that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I was supposed to get from that other than Greek mythology, I guess. So I seem to notice that the music has changed again, and usually that means not great things. Usually when that happens, it means that bad things are happening. Lore? I mean, Greek mythology. Oh, what's that? Nothing, I guess. You blocked the bad things out? Well, there's still a staircase. That I'm now going down. Monsters can't use stairs? True! Well, that one specific monster can. Maybe the other ghoul can. I don't know if they're called different things depending on the type of ghoul that they are. Maybe ghoul is like the over-encompassing term? What do you mean nothing important? You don't want to open the thing? Oil can. What was that noise? Oh, probably for the oil lamp, huh? The lamp is full. Okay. Now I have an empty oil can. Do you think that, what? Do you think the, God damn it, these fucking earbuds. Do you think the barrels up here are oil? I definitely just heard a noise that was not nothing. Oh, just throw or drop put. Okay. Okay. I don't know what these noises mean. I don't know what these noises mean, but they definitely make me uncomfortable. Wolf? Okay, so we can't walk that way. That becomes a hole. I'm gonna save the game again. It's locked, okay. Door closed all by itself. That's spooky. That's spooky. That's optimally spooky. There's a window. A key. Okay, maybe that's for this chest. Okay, nothing important in there. We got a weird painting of a naked woman. Did not mean to open this door. Ah! Well, if there was ever a time you got. Locked. Can I use the key? And I got an old cavalry saber. Ah, that would have been great 2 seconds ago. Now, I have a theory. Can I push this out of the way to get through the... Is there a hole in the wall or something? No. Okay. No gun. No chest is too locked. Well, I opened the lock. No gun, no bitches, though. I'm gonna get you. Oh, he's dead. No! What a perfect time to load this. Oops. What a perfect time to load this up. What a perfect time. To load the save, you know? I'm thinking if I get the saber right here, I can use the saber on this guy. Okay. Now he's down, right? And then if I push into here, then theoretically the second one is gonna creep in. Yeah, I like the sword sound. It's like okay, now we got another one, right? I missed. I wasn't expecting to break it. Kick! Kick! There we go! And now the saber got use. He has fisticuffs? Cobra Kai never dies. What is this? Is this like a makeup table thing? Either way, I can't interact with it. Nothing important. Okay. Hang on, new room. Hang on, wait. Murder. We got a teddy bear on locked. Okay, we got another lock. Found a vase. Just okay. No! Ooh, I'm gonna take it down! I'm gonna take it down! I don't need no weapons! Yeah! 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 Fuck! Yeah! Yeah! I don't need no weapons! I am a weapon! God damn! Nothing of importance. Okay, so in here we have a now broken window. We have a drawer that's locked. So we need to find a place to unlock that drawer. Now we're in the bathroom. So I see that... Oh, medkit. So I see that... And also, yeah, we don't have any health. Maybe 18 right there. Maybe that's our health. Maybe we have 18 health. So I noticed that we have this close button. Could I choose to close this door? Yeah, okay. So I should be doing that. No water. No water. Okay. So the water's turned off. Now hang on. This is Mini Floof? Oh, hi! Hi, Mini Floof. How are you, Mini Floof? Hang on, this is a very, very old game, Mini Floof, so I have to use a manual, in order to even know what is happening. Hang on, the bottom left of the screen shows your character. Oh, here it is. At the top of the screen contains the items you have found. Oh, this is the inventory? Okay. At the top of the screen contains the items you have found. In window 2 at the bottom left, shows either your character with life points or the selected item in any available reloads or cartridges. Okay, so I do have 18 life points. At the bottom right window, number 3, offers a choice of actions available for the character or shows what can be done with the selected item. Okay, what's my max health? What's my max health? You're telling me... Chad, I just made a groundbreaking discovery. So, this manual, this whole time with this manual, I'm trying really hard. This whole time with this manual, I've been scrolling vertically, thinking that that's all there was. There's also stuff over here. I just made a groundbreaking discovery. Is this important? Not really. Okay, well, eventually we're gonna gain access to a jump, I guess. There's also one for playing Jack in the dark. Was Jack the name of the dude that died? No, that was Jeremy. Seems like this is a Halloween game. We can do Jack in the Dark if we like this game. You know, like, we can do that. I'm down. We'll see. Alright, okay, we're good. Boop. Okay, so I should be closing doors. So I'm gonna close this door. Can I not? I guess I can only close doors from certain angles? Okay, so I can close doors inside of the room only. Got it. What the fuck is that? Where's my gun? It's not moving. Oh. Are you... Alright. Oh! Sick flips, dude. Can I interact with this statue? No. I'm gonna save right here. Before the big mistake. And then I'm gonna use my rifle. I'm not certain that this is doing anything. Ah! Ah! Okay, I'll wait till you get done doing your combo. Oh! This doesn't feel like the thing I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think that's the thing that I'm supposed to... Oops. Oops. I don't think I'm supposed to fight these guys. No, zoners? I don't know, it doesn't feel like that's the solution here. This feels like a puzzle, not a combat. And I just saved. Okay. They're the real estate agents? That explains why they're cunts. Dang, okay, I just, you know. I had to see. Okay. So that's not the solution. I can't go through the window that is in the foreground so that it's going over me. Nothing important. Do not jump at all. I can only jump in specific situations. It said that... It said... During certain phases of the game, the option will be displayed in the list of available options. There are 3 different jumps. Hop, jump, and leap. Hop. Press the spacebar quickly when your character is standing still. Jump. Press the spacebar while your character is walking. Leap. Press the spacebar while your character is running. Other useful keys. S deactivates sound effects when without going into the parameter menu. M activates the music. P pauses. I inventory escape gives you access to save, load, quit parameter. Huh. I pressed the P button. Okay. It doesn't say this, but the P button doesn't unpause. You have to press the space bar to unpause. But for some reason, it doesn't tell you that. Okay. Music is gone. It ended. But I did just double tap the music button. It says music gone. I bought a keyboard to play a game from 1990. That's gonna be the title of this clickbait VOD. I bought a $100 keyboard to play a video game from 1992. I don't think you'll know what to do. Did you, like, look it up or something? Yes? Can you answer if, just say, do I have to fight those gargoyle-looking succubuses? The succubussies. No. Okay. Then I'll look around and see if I can't figure it out. Worst case scenario, I load a save. It's fine. Look at this painting of this cowboy. I'm just looking around. Thought it was like an old lady. Maybe. I thought it was like a kid wearing a cowboy hat. '90s style puzzle games? Yeah, there will be a lot of moments like this. But I'm alright with it. I understand that there will be moments where we will have to consult the guide, even more than like a point and click game, honestly. Because like that kind of stuff was, in a way, expected. You have no idea how much nostalgia I have for this. Not this game specifically, but like this style of game and puzzle. What kind of games did you play as a kid, Wade? My lips falling apart again. Like classic point and clicks? Old adventure games?
Fuck you specifically.
You don't know what Monkey Island is? That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I hear that, Anna. Yeah, that sounds bad. It was a rocking horse? Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Monkey Island. That'd be pretty crazy if you didn't know what Monkey Island was. Okay, so I have a crazy guess. So this looks broken. Is attacking used for more than enemies? Don't know. Okay. What do I have right now? I have a first aid kit. Open search. You find a flask. Is that it? Take it. J.H. Jeremy Hartwood. Eat/drink? No. An empty first aid case. A vase? Throw. A broken vase. And a key. That's probably for the drawers, because I got that vase in that room. A saber blade. A broken saber. A bow. An oil lamp. Extract from the Golden Fleece rifle and an old Indian cover. Oh! Hang on, I'm cracking the code. I've heard a lot of praise for the original Prince of Persia run. Even though one of the games is vastly different than the others. Prince of Persia is a weird one. Because, like, okay, I feel like that wasn't the solution. Okay. So I was thinking that maybe I would, like, put it out on the floor. I mean the one from 1989. Oh, I didn't know that there were older Prince of Persia games. I thought Prince of Persia started with, like, the Ubisoft run. There was more... Well, I guess I kind of did know that. Huh. That's a series that I haven't looked into much. Anyways, yeah, I was also expecting that to be a lot bigger. Small mirror. A small mirror. 2 small mirrors. I was gonna say for, like, the Ubisoft games. Prince of Persia came out at a weird time where, like, games started to get really edgy. I really thought that was going to be the solution. So, like, they're, like, weirdly emo. Maybe the statues? You're so fucking smart. Is the music on? Okay. Why did that one die immediately, but this one didn't? Oh, it did. Can I pick up the mirror now? Okay. Yeah, it's very janky of when it runs. It doesn't. Okay, I could pick up the one mirror, but not the other. Alright. Hang on. Why'd that door close? Jeremy? Hey, are you gonna stab me? Yeah, I kind of figured. But you know, I had to make sure. Oop. It's kind of obvious that that was gonna happen. It's locked. Maybe that was Jeremy. Jeremy's ghost. The ghost of Jeremy. Choices were made. I don't think we have any big mysteries right now. Other than obviously the big one of like what happened to Jeremy, you know? Oh, this is gonna be scary. Chainsaw? I can't open this. Oh, is that just the sound of the thing going up, maybe? Maybe it just takes some time? I don't know. This is definitely something. But I don't know. We'll come back to that one. What's this? A notebook. Okay. What the hell? Where'd you come from? Fuck you. Ow. Fuck you. Okay, this isn't going very well. Where'd you come from? How come you stopped using the gun? I'm conserving ammo. How much life do I have? 10? Could be worse.
Diary of Jeremy Hartwood.
September 27th, 1924. I have decided to keep this diary. Too many inexplicable events have taken place recently. Never have dreams so haunted my every waking moment. Perhaps my romantic mind was too dull, and has only now woken up to these new paths and visions. Some, seeing my recent paintings, may question my sanity. I can only ask them, what is sanity? Where does madness begin?
When an artist in 1924 can afford a mansion, but you can't even afford a one-room flat?
September 28th, 1924. The night is pitch black. I am again drenched in sweat. I was wandering in the dunes, among giant standing stones. They were arranged in a circle, and the wind whistled about them. I plunged my hand into the soil and felt that repulsive thing which was trying to catch me. It seized me. I struggled to break free of its loathsome embrace and managed to tear my hand away. It was covered in sticky substance.
Huh?
I was gripping a knife.
Huh? Did you jerk this zombie off, dude?
October 5th, 1924. The stone circle is a pentacle. Derceto's library is filled with books on the occult. I will study those books until I find some explanation for the dreams. The visions that haunt me must be connected to my discoveries. I shall have to undertake a profound exploration of my dreams. December 16th. Dear God, I have found the knife. It was hidden here, and what I have learned fills me with apprehension. It is a sacrificial dagger belonging to some unholy cult. The thought of that blade tearing through human flesh horrifies me, yet I must continue my research. Derceto is a storehouse of treasures. Was my father right, after all?
The true horror.
January 23rd. I spend all my days plunged in
1925.
dusty books. The servants are convinced I am mad. At night, I awaken them with my screams. The dreams are draining what I have tried staying awake, but in vain. My visions have changed. No doubt the influence of my father's research.
Oh, hi, Eggs. How are you? How's your stream?
February 7th, 1925. The Dark Man, that is what I call him, has revealed his true face to me. He appeared, as usual, near the fireplace, but this time he approached me.
Hey, this is 1992's rendition of 1925. I hope this isn't... And we found a rug that is called the Indian cover or whatever. I hope this isn't going a certain direction.
His terrible smile will haunt me to my dying day. His breath was ice, and his burning eyes froze me. I could not move. I know, as surely as I have ever known anything, that the face I saw, the face that has turned my nights into hellish torture, is the mask of death.
It really could go that way.
March 10th. My exhaustion is beyond description. The endless reading burns my eyes. It seems that pirates frequented the area. Dr. Herbert insists I keep to my bed. I have moved to another bedroom and sleep much better now. The Dark Man has not gone, however. I know it. He will wait for as long as he must. Unless I, Jeremy Hartwood, can find a way to send him back to whatever hell he comes from. March 11th. My poor knowledge of Greek and Latin is a serious handicap to my reading. I have, nevertheless, made a great step forward. I drew the symbol on the floor. He can no longer go there. I want him to understand that I can do the same thing in my bedroom.
Bedroom.
I can imagine his rage and frustration. Only last night he found his way back into my dreams. March 13th. The translation will seriously dent what money I have left. I cannot paint. My pictures are clearly the work of a lunatic. The collector Thornhill's embarrassed smile was proof of that.
Every single artist, when they have art block, I cannot paint.
March 29th. He has come back. He found the door to my dreams. I am too weary to attempt any defense. I have no strength left to fight, and he knows it. He considers me dead already. Could I possibly? March 30th. How ironic! The cave my father sought for so many years is here, beneath the house. Waits. The butler discovered a crack in the cellar wall. A breeze blows in through it, icy and repugnant. I am filled with horror at the thought of my father dying in this place. I will carry to my grave the vision of his face contorted in the agony of that fatal heart attack.
Again.
March 29th.
Okay.
He has... His body was twisted. He had wept. His fingernails were torn and bloody from scrabbling at the floor. Dr. Gray concluded that death had been due to a heart attack. It was Waits, who some time later was informed that my poor father had in fact bitten off his tongue and choked on his own blood. March 31st. I explored the caverns in a dream. The dark man came with me. Strangely, I felt almost well. How can I describe what I saw? No. What words are capable of explaining such evil? I realized that my death was of no interest to him. The dark man wants something else. He seeks a body. His avid servants are now free. I am the cause. It is almost funny. A curse is on Derceto. From the foundations to the very rooftop. I can no longer struggle, let alone eradicate the evil that grips the house. The end is very near. I can feel it. I have taken the decision to... May he who finds this diary pray for my soul. I was not expecting this quality of voice acting and this quality of writing. I am so drawn in to what this story is now. So, hang on. So,
Diary
How do I-
of
hang on.
Jeremy
How do I-
Hartwood.
Emma's music. Oh, let me check the guide. It was hang on, wait. It was S deactivate sound effects. Okay. Now, does that include voice acting?
September 27th, 1924.
Okay. Hang on.
Diary of Jeremy-
Me when?
Diary-
September 27th, 1924.
So
I have decided to keep this diary. Too many...
don't want him to be
of
talking right
Jeremy
now.
Hartwood.
Can I pause?
September 27th, 1924.
Hang on.
Diary of
This might break everything.
Jeremy
Oh,
Hartwood.
I wasn't expecting it to break it that way. That's not the way that I was expecting it to break. Okay. We have this little page now. So, he started keeping a diary because he started keeping this diary because he started to date. His imagination was like awakened to a crazy degree, and his paintings started to become more and more unhinged. So he then started researching this is his nightmare, right? He started exploring the grounds. Oh, is this a dream? The night was pitch black. I am drenched in sweat. I was wandering in dunes among giant standing stones. They were arranged in a circle and the wind whistled about them. I plunged my hand into the soil and felt that repulsive thing that was trying to catch me. It seized me. I struggled to break free of the loathsome embrace and managed to tear my hand away. It was covered in sticky substance. I was gripping a knife. The stone circle is... Okay. Got it. So he was exploring the ground, and he found a circle of stones. And then he found a zombie, I guess. He started to read... I legitimately think that this was a nightmare. I think he had a nightmare of this. And then he started researching into the occult, trying to explain... Yeah, okay, so it says explanation for my dream. So he's trying to explain his dreams that he's having of this weird stone circle thing that he's seeing in his dream, and the knife and all that stuff. And as he's researching into this, eventually he finds the knife in the library of... in the library, where in the occult section and stuff, he finds the sacrificial knife, which gives his dreams some tangible reality. He continues researching the Derceto. It says, was my father right after all? I don't think that that's brought up here, so that's a mystery of why he said this. What was his father right about? What did his father say? What was that? He then continued to research, but he then continued to research, and his nightmares started to be filled with more and more, or rather, his nights started to be filled with more and more nightmares. And his dreams started to become more and more unhinged, his daydreams. Oh, this is his father's research. I forgot he said that. And then eventually, in his nightmares, he seen the Dark Man. I assume that this was probably a shadow, honestly. But he's seen the Dark Man at a fireplace. It seems like this is a sleep paralysis type of thing. But also it's kind of airing, it's like Edgar Allan Poe's The Red Death kind of situation. It's kind of giving that. He continued researching. He continued looking into it. He talked to a doctor about all of this shit that he's going through, and he suggests that he rest. He eventually found a way to push back this entity that was haunting him, this dark man that is haunting him, by creating a defense symbol to stop them from entering the room. However, eventually it seems like these nightmares that he was having lulled him out of the room to go explore this cavern that his butler found, with the dark man behind him following him, which again, I think might just be his shadow. And inside of this cave, he found his father, who died, doing the exact research that he was doing in his footsteps. And then that's where this ends. Now, on one hand, you would think, oh, maybe he died in that cave as well, but how would this diary then be on this fireplace? So he must have came back to the mansion, the Derceto, to leave this diary. Okay.
May he who finds...
I had to piece that together a little bit, because it was a little hard for me to understand where he was going. So I had to read through that again to piece it together of what necessarily was being said there. Okay. Racism included? I mean, we don't know, but it's a possibility. Nothing important. Is this really nothing I can interact with? Guess not. And maybe this was the fireplace he was talking about? Oh, it looks like there was a painting up there. Okay. So if I find a painting, maybe I can put it up on... up in that spot. Something had to have come back to this place to place it. Nothing says it was him. True, it could have been the Dark Man. That's true. That's true. So we can put a painting on that wall. I should save here. Oh, I'm out of save spots. Okay. After reading the diary. What the fuck? Whoa! Oh, good thing I just saved. Okay, so there's a weird purple plant in the... Didn't I just change my earbud? In the bathroom. That jellyfish? I don't know what it is, but something that I'm not gonna fuck with. This room is in the dark. Hi, Minnow. How are you? The lamp is off. Okay. We don't have anything to light it? Oh, you're right. I probably need a match. Oh, you're so right. Oh, okay. You're so right. I need like a fucking... Not a match. Did matches exist in 1926? It's probably like a fucking flint and steel or something. Whoa. Why is the combat music still happening? Okay, well that's definitely something. Dutch angle? Dutch angle? Dutch angle spotted? Dutch angle? What the fuck? I can say with the utmost confidence that I was not expecting that. I was not in any way expecting that. I was not at all. No. Okay. So I have a first aid case again. Another flask. So I have 2 flasks. That door is all dark. Cover with the Indian cover? That's what I was thinking, yeah. Okay. Back to the Dutch angle. Interesting. Interesting paintings. You're fucking kidding me. Okay. That hit me? Okay. Yeah, I'll use one of these flasks, I guess. You feel better. Okay. I probably need to find another cover. Very... Can't really run. You're fucking kidding me. You're fucking kidding me. The arrow can fucking arc? It can angle the arrows? Okay, well, we know what we gotta do with one of them. The arrow has homing enabled, apparently. All right. Can I do anything with these paintings right here? Does not seem. No. Okay. We're figuring it out. I'm running now somehow. I truly don't know how. What's this? Is this another hallway? Oh, it's a staircase. Basement? Oh. Oh. Basement? Okay. Now, could y'all hear me typing just then? That's gonna be the big test, because I don't want chat. I don't want stream to be hearing me using my keyboard all the time. What's this? key. Oh, I'm still on push, aren't I? A biscuit box. Score! Okay. Hang on. Can I close this door? No? No? Okay. So this door opens outward. I can only close the door depending on which way it opens. Okay. Sure. Sure. Good soup. A matchbox. Score. Good, good. We can now go into that dark... We can now go into 2 dark rooms. That's terrifying. Aw, fuck. Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that! Oh, shit. Take that! Take that! Yeah! 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 And he's down! An oil can. Nice. It's full of water. Do I have anything that I would want to put water in? Oops. Not really. I don't think so. Nice to know it's here. What's that? Is this coal? A box of shoes. Not what I thought was gonna be there. Open search. A revolver. Okay. Are you pressing buttons to make him fight, or does he do it automatically? So to do the fight, I first have to activate fight mode. Then I hold spacebar, which puts me into this stance. And then I can press up, which does a kick, left, which does a left punch, or right that does a right punch, or I can press back to also do a kick. So I can't move, but it's all those. It's the same thing for open searching. When I have this active, I hold space to do the searching. And that's how it works. Okay. Boop. Oh, I'm on the wrong computer. There we go. Okay. What do you have? A knife! No! I have 2 knives. But neither of them sacrificial. Can I close this door real quick? There's no reason to leave doors open in reality. If they're easily closable like this. Okay. So we have 2 unsearched things. There's the sink. No water. But there's a water bucket in there. Remember that was there. There was clearly something on this counter that looks like it's oval. Oh, I opened this door with my butt. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say pass on that one. Yeah, I think I'm good. Yeah, no thanks. It's locked. I have a couple keys. Oops. Does it work? Hey, there we go. Do you think the rats are gonna hurt me? Basement! That rat's got something. The rats indeed do hurt me. God, I'm sorry that I have to kill this rat. I don't want to, just to be clear. I know I just played Rat Shaker, but I don't like harming animals, one of which being rats. I really like rats. Rats are very cute, and they get a very bad rep. This is one a hardy fucking rat, though. Holy shit. Oh my god. This rat is not normal. Yeah, this is more than the ghouls usually take. Alright, I feel like this isn't the solution then. Is that rat not fucking with me? Okay, that rat's chill. For now. Nothing important. Is the solution an empty shoebox? Hey, that's an idea. Where the fuck is it? Did I pass it? I did. Yeah, now what are you gonna do? There's a shoebox. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Some bullets? Okay. It seems like I need, like, a mouse trap or something. I need a mousetrap or something. I don't know what happened to that rat. It did, like, one of the rats did fly backward when I didn't do anything. I don't know what happened to that rat. Oops, wrong thing. Some bullets. The revolver is loaded. 12 shot. Okay, we have a statue with a lady and a goat and a whole bunch of air. I cannot carry anything else. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. I guess I can't take from, oops. I guess I can't take that, that arrow. The bullets. Reds, we are the Reds. Come again for another birthday bash. Michael, it's your birthday today. Cake and ice cream is on its way. Michael, such a good boy this year. Alright, let me close this door. So that the rats can't get free. I'm gonna save over basement. We know that we cannot take the arrows from the goat lady. Unless we are ready to run. What is it? Oh, it's like mannequins. Okay. So spiders, I can look at spiders and see that they're spiders. Rats, I can look at a rat and know that it's a rat, you know? A weird zombie looking dude, I can put together that that is a zombie, or in this case, a ghoul. What the fuck was that supposed to be? Is it gas? Was it gas? Did the mannequins art? I have a record, so maybe if I play the record, these mannequins will dance? Is that not the record player that I got the record from? Man, I wish the run button worked consistently. Is this not a record player? Well, I guess this is 1924, so it would probably be like a gramophone with like a big thing on it and stuff. But that definitely looks like they're guarding like a key. So this is locked. I imagine that that's probably the key for this. That's a key to the cellar. Do I have any keys that are unlabeled right now? It does not seem. I'm also at a point where I know that my inventory is at its limit. So I think in this room, a room that I know for a 100% fact I'm going to be coming back to, I think I'm going to drop some items here. First thing, I'm going to use these bullets. I'm going to drop this shoebox. Shoebox, 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 shoe, biscuit box, shoebox, shoebox. Oh, open search, blast. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to I just dropped the flask on the ground. Take the flask. Drop the fucking first aid thing. And the other one. Okay. And then... what else I got? What else I got? I got a small broken mirror. That is definitely used for something. I'm probably not going to use this broken vase again. This is probably nothing right now. I swear to God I'm going to be able to fix this goddamn saber. Probably don't need the empty oil can now that I have a normal oil can. That's probably good. Okay. Oh, whoops. Nope, leave it. Okay. Can I go this way? Or is this also locked? Okay, this is also locked. So there's 2 doors in this area that are locked, but they are specifically guarding a key. Okay. I'm gonna save right here. Hi, Dizzy. How are you? I love you too. How are you? Is it, I think it's is it mannequin? Is that, Chad, how do you spell mannequin? Chad, how do you spell mannequin? 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 It's 2 N's? Mannequin. Open these doors. Open the doors. Ah! I was delayed. I made a can't open the doors. There you go. Good save. Good save. Good save. I could try to get the arrows from the goat lady, who I now realize has a bow and arrow on her back, or a quiver on her back, but she doesn't have a bow. Can I give you the bow? No. Okay. The bow is a fighting item. This looks like something. Is this like a mushroom? No. Okay, I have a theory. I could head down that way. Or do I want to try my theory first since I'm gonna try my theory first. Is this Artemis? Maybe. Did Artemis have a goat? How you doing, Maker? Okay, I'm thinking that in this room, in the door that just closed and the zombie that just came alive, I was thinking that I could give them soup. And they would be chill. I now feel like that isn't the case. No! Okay. So y'all don't want soup? So y'all don't want the soup. Okay, the soup theory has... God damn it. So the soup theory has been disproven. It is not giving them soup. Maybe you're supposed to serve them? Well, the second I walked through the door, they woke up, so it doesn't seem like soup is the solution. Because they got up, that one got up immediately. Now this is also the door into the bunch of dudes, right? Yeah. Where's this go? That's locked. Okay. There's an ad, and also I have to pee, so we're gonna. Bye. Welcome back. Hi there. Now. Okay, well that's sound effects off. I was kind of hoping that I'd be able to control this game differently than I've been doing, but I guess not. Oh, this is this room. Okay, I don't want that. What was the canned beans thing about? What do you mean? There was a pee break in there. There's a pee break within. What the hell? Guys, there's a pirate in here. Pirate that can't be shot. A pirate immune to bullets. And there's a butthole in here. Good night, Melon. I love you. Mwah. So you're telling me, in this hallway, we have one room that is filled to the brim with ghouls. We have one room that is just a pirate ominously approaching the door that can't be shot. And the final room is a giant butthole that sucks me in. This house sucks. Welcome back, dude. Ah! I'll just fight him. I don't know. I mean, it's one at a time, so it's like... It's locked! Oh, do all the doors lock until I'm done? How did that miss? Oh no. I mean, I might as well. One, two. Oh. So this guy won't. hit me if I'm... Because you can't get to the other side of the table. I think that's just a chair. Nothing important. Nothing important. Okay. Well... Zombies don't have pathing. Real and true facts. I have 8 more bullets. Come at me. Come at me. Patient. What I don't have.
I know who I am. That moonlight lake call me. This is who you are. My face is so long. My nails are sharp on the lights. That is me.
Oh, 1 second. I gotta take a drink. Oh.
Body's bullshit blazing. Still my heart is blazing. If the word kill me, I don't need a new word under you. Soon you will know. We already know the smell of the game.
That could have gone better. Also could have gone worse. Is this door unlocked now? Yeah. A lit cigar? A lighter. Is that damaging me? Holy shit, it is. Is there anything in this? A record. A book. It almost killed me. Okay, so I have a record. I have 2 records that look very different. And a book.
Memories by Alistair Boleskine. Printed in London, A. Machin, editor, 1833.
It was during a conversation with G that one first heard of the New England fishing village of I. The area was apparently the ideal place from which to witness unusual phenomena in space. The quality of the air, along with the conjunction of several favorable factors, made one impatient to get started. Having gleaned what information one could from the British Museum, one set off with all haste. One's work on space and comets in particular had met with a warm response, and one thought it judicious to include several original sketches of the phenomenon, sketches which one felt were sure to arouse a great deal of keen interest in the scientific circles of 1834. One refers naturally to the passage of Halley's comet.
Editor's note. Lord Boleskine's memoirs end at this point. Who knows what extraordinary contributions he might still have made had he not succumbed during his visit to New England to dementia, followed by an early death in St. Andrew's Hospital.
Yes, this is Eldritch Horror. So is Amnesia, fun fact. A lot of people don't pick up on that, I feel. But the Amnesia games are Eldritch Horror. Okay. So, I have 2 records. But neither of them can be played there, as that is not a record player, I suppose. Pretty sure it was in 92 also. Well, Lovecraft died in, I think, the 40s? Maybe 60s? Maybe 40s? But, it's not necessarily that Lovecraft's work is public domain. It's that H.P. Lovecraft believed that, H.P. Lovecraft basically believed in fan fiction. So he was very okay with everything that he made being open source. All of, Lovecraft's works are open source. You can expand on his work in any way that you want, basically. I did a murder of ghouls. But yeah. What did I say? Hang on. I'm gonna load that save. That said something. I swear to God. Did it not? Okay. Do you care if I stay over here? A box of cartridges. Of, like, shotgun cartridges? The rifle is reloaded. Okay. Couldn't agree more. I found a gramophone, but I can't carry anything else. So I will... I should probably keep the flask. Nah, whatever. Welcome back, Quack. What do you mean I can't carry anything else? Oh, there wasn't enough room. Seems to me that I can carry things. I guess I'll put the fucking book down. Cannot carry anything else. How many fucking items is the goddamn fucking gramophone? There. Okay. I see that there's a thing there. We're gonna head to the mannequin room. Been staring at a white screen for too long. I thought this guy was dressed as Tingle. He is. This is Tingle. But also, why do you not have your page on like a dark mode type of thing? If you're writing in Google Docs, there's a extension for that, a plugin, or whatever, add-on. Throw it? I didn't want to do that. I seem to dislike this music. I seem to dislike this music. They don't like either of this? Okay. Well, I don't have anywhere else to play music for, I guess. Except for there. Do you think this ghost likes music? I didn't mean to. Oh, well, now she's gonna kill me, so. Rip Grandma! Okay, well, I know this is here. Can I pass by? Am I allowed? Photograph of Jeremy with his niece. Oh, his niece is probably a poker. A matchbox. His niece is probably the other character that I could play. A poker. What would I use the poker for? Fireplace? Maybe at this fireplace. Oops. Yeet. Nope. There's not even a use option. Oil lamp, use. Matchbox, use. Lamp is on. Heavy statuette. Oh, right. Well, hang on then. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave some stuff. Okay. Now, I can pick up the statuette in the book. Let me read the book.
A Brightness from Afar by Lord Boleskine, an account of his celebrated voyage to New England, 1824, Alistair Publications, Cambridge.
Because you're passionate about your essay topics? No, not always. About my video essay, sure, but I've written essays before my
into sight.
videos.
The locals
Sorry.
were much. Following a splendid journey, the sunny harbour came into sight. The locals were much impressed with one's arrival in their midst. One had time to sketch several of them and notice signs of degeneracy. Some children showed one their queer hands that would inspire uneasiness. Upon the promise,
Your hand's gay as fuck.
a child is undertaken to reveal to one a most prodigious phenomenon of a natural order. One admits to being skeptical as to the prodigiousness of the marvel, whatever it may be. Indeed, one suspects it to be little more than an evening stroll to some charming wooden hut situated in the forest hereabouts. One will nonetheless go, for it is always well to submit to such local enthusiasms. One admits to being somewhat flabbergasted. The Milky Way shone like the fires of the apocalypse from the inky celestial vault. Certain distant stars, normally invisible to the naked eye, were clearly visible, glittering indeed with a strange intensity. The heavy clouds that had settled above the village had no hold over that place.
I think it said this is 1894, 1824.
One admits to being somewhat. It would be pointless to offer here the names of the constellations one perceived in utter clarity. Apart from the interminable length of such a list, one might conceivably risk being charged with exaggeration. The cross cast its shadow on the ground. The sea in the distance was dead calm. Tonight, one will return to that spot and draw those stars. Tomorrow night, one will at last see Halley's comet in all its brilliance. The youngster will carry torches, despite one's developed sense of direction. Honed by years of travel, one feels incapable of finding one's way through the dark forest unaided. The drawings will, one is convinced, set light to the souls of men. Such a moon! One lost count of the craters, so sharply was their definition. Loath as one is to seem excessive in one's appraisal, one cannot but feel that the forest clearing is indeed a place outside the common laws of time and space. Surely it is not an hallucination.
Wade explaining what the old meaning of queer was with his gay hands.
How strange to consider that idle conversation, some research in the British Museum, and a voyage to this backward village should culminate in so astounding a discovery. It may be that others have noticed the extraordinary nature of that place. How else could one explain the presence of that cross?
Germaniac, thank you for the follow. Got him on a time limit. Hang on. There's an outline of something on this thing. You find some bullet. Good, 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 good. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, and then nothing important. Oops. Okay. Now, where was the other dark room? I don't think it was this hallway. Oh, wait, no, it was. It was right after, it was, like, in that door. Okay, I gotta save again, then. Before... Hallway of Dew! Oh. Hallway of Dew! Boop. Did you know that women? No way! Okay, there we go. Oil lamp, please. Also, while I'm here, I'll use these bullets. The hallway of doom! What is that? What is that? Hey, what are you? Hey. Hey. What are you? Oh no! The big tongue from McDonald's is gonna get me! Can't remember its name. Chat, what's the tongue from McDonald's that everybody ate the shake of and then died? Grimace. Oh no, Grimace is gonna get me! I'm low on health. He's not a tongue? Alright, he's a taste bud, you're right. Oh, this is definitely a thing. Hang on. Don't know. Can't activate it, and Grimace is getting too close to me. Can I activate this lamp? Oops. Guess not. The lamp is already lit. Well... Lamp already lit. Holy shit, it is! Don't know. Grimace! I don't know. I'm out of ideas. Yeah, I'm out of ideas. Could try to fight it, I guess, but... I think I need some way to turn on that light. Okay, what do we have? Boop. There is no room. Okay, well that wasn't the solution. This is clearly something. Oh, my earbud just died. And I'm about to die in-game as well, because this dude just fucking cornered me. Ah, I'm dead. Do you think I can kill this thing? Do you think the solution is killing this thing? Well, I feel weak already. I don't think this is hurting it. Oh, this room is dark too?
The one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
Oh, this is the same room. I don't know. Assassin, thank you for the raid. The shooting the bathroom guy was not the solution. This is the hallway. I got turned around. Is there anything for this? Hmm. No. I can't push this. I have received backseating, and the answer is unhinged. Thank you, Wade. Can everybody say thank you, Wade? Unhinged. Actually insane. A sword. Take. Okay, well, I mean, I can use this sword. Well, it's probably just gonna equip it, right? Yeah. Okay, well, now I have a sword. Unhinged. And I can pick up the statuette again. But I doubt it's probably going to be used for anything. Alright, I'm going to save the game again. Sword! There is a door on that side of the stairs. Yeah, I went that way. Have you outlined the 4 paragraphs, Quack? The only thing I can think of is sword fighting the pirate. This led to the gramophone. But I don't have the record to play for the mannequins yet, so there's not really any reason for me to have the gramophone. I'm gonna go try to sword fight the pirate and see if that's the solution, because he didn't like bullets. I rewrote everything today. You should outline the 4 paragraph. It's wild to me that this is doing anything. Nah, you got me. But it was doing something. I picked up a book. It's locked! Dang. So that door is locked, we know that now. That's progress. Well. Oh, I made impact! Okay, well now... Yeah, I can't fight that. Well, first off, I'm gonna eat some biscuit. I feel better. And you know what? I'm gonna eat some soup too. Yuck. Human flesh. Okay, well, so much for that.
Daemonia Particularis, Signs and Rituals, by Heinrich Cassel, Ring Publication.
Gotta go, Pay.
The ritual of invocation demands that the officiant be pure. We have already described the complex operations to be followed in order to call those that sleep in superior dimensions. We shall, for the present, limit ourselves to the sign of mutual recognition used amongst their number by adepts of the cult of the Old Ones.
Oh, they deadass mentioned the old one.
Also serves as protection when in the presence of a servant of evil.
They want me to be the face of their company and offered a big salary opening trading cards. Oh, cool. But I'd have to, like, practically give up streaming. Oh. I don't want to. Yeah, I know a guy who, he did that for a casino. He streamed for a casino for a while. It was like the face of their streaming. And he, from what I recall, felt like it was very soulless and not great. I don't think he did it for very long.
The sign resembles a blessing, save that the first and little fingers are both folded beneath the thumb, whilst the second and third fingers are held up. It would appear that this sign has no effect on adepts of a certain rank with knowledge of particular secrets contained in the corpus demonicus. The use of such signs is not without considerable risk to the user during any attempt to call upon those from without.
Those from without. Huh.
Daemonia Particular.
The ritual of invocation. The sign resembles a blessing, save that the first and little finger.
I think maybe I could fight that pirate, but I don't know. How long would you have to do? Oh, you're talking about, I thought you were talking about the book. I think I will need a little bit more of a push in the right direction. Because of my energy. Yeah, you do have ADHD. Look at this keyboard I got, Pay. Hey, look at this keyboard. Hey, look at this keyboard I got. Wish. It's from Keycry. Click it, it lights up as you click more in the same spot. There's a bunch of it wouldn't have to do that. There's a whole bunch of different RGBs, but options. But this is the one that I chose. So if I go, starts lighting up and then it comes red, the heat map kind of thing. Yeah, it's Hall effect also as well. And then it starts fading away. Yeah, it didn't. And then if I go, is that not the? There you go. Yeah. Boop. I did. That's true. I did. It's a good title. It's a good title. In the room where you got the gramophone, did you get the cartridges from the cabinet? Yes. The rifle rounds, yeah. I said it was $140. Okay, you know, it's fine. We can round up. Did you get the jug from the bathroom with the jellyfish thing? No, I did not. You ignore my message forever. Doing that stimulates the keyboard's prostate. Cannot carry anything else. Can someone quote that message that Quack sent? Thank you. Well, that almost killed me, but I sure did get it. Now I have a jug. So then down here, I think this room right here is the kitchen. Yeah, and then there was a bucket of water. I'm alright with that, Wade. Did not do anything. I cannot add a water to the sink. Can I light this fire using the lighter? It was already lit. It is? Is it running down as I'm walking around? No. Okay. What would I use the jug for? Maybe the jug is just consistent healing? Because it does says it does says. It says I can it says I can eat / drink from it. Here, let me save the game. It does says yuck. Some strange water. Okay, so that doesn't do nothing for me. Okay. Apparently you're supposed to put the pot of soup on the right side of the table in the dining room. Okay. I think that's right through here. Put the pot of the soup on the right side of the table. Probably wouldn't do nothing now, huh? But I'll do it. There is no room. Okay, well that's there now. Hey, got it out of my inventory. would the water jug be used for? Maybe it puts out the cigar? You could see the pirate in the background. Pour the jug's contents on the cigar. Yeah. Now it shouldn't smoke anymore. Yeah, okay. So now I can explore here. I think I already got what was sitting on top of that. Oh, there's a door! It's locked. Anything here? No. Kind of look like this guy? Yeah, people have been saying that all night. And you're right. I do. We're both hot. And have huge dumpies. It's true. Alright, well, I need a key for that, so I guess I need more help. Okay. I was told to grab the arrow. Hang on. I want to make sure that I can carry him. I read that already, right? Yeah. Okay. And they go through the door. No. Now I have arrows. And I can use the bow. Go to the hallway where you had to cover the painting. Am I gonna have to shoot the other painting with a bow and arrow? Fire at the paint. Okay, that's wild shit. That's fucking crazy. Out of the 3 things that you've helped me with, 2 out of the 3 of them are fucking insane. Oh, sorry, 4 things. 2 out of the 4 is fucking insane. Like, actually, how would someone figure that out without just struggling for hours? 1992, you know, different time. We've come a long way. Good night, Tamus. I love you. Mwah. I thought I was good. Now I'm dying. Missed. Did I get it? I'm not getting shot. Mm-hmm. I'm only mostly dead. And I'm out of healing. This chair looks weird. Nothing important. A book. Oh. Wait, no, take that back. It's a fake book. Oh! That's probably for the library. Oops. Interesting. A key and a parchment.
The Creatures of Night by Hubertus the Bald. Translated from Latin by his brother in prayer, Fratre Johann Marcus.
Of monstrosity. You who read me know that night engenders monsters and that night creatures exist. The accursed book of Abdul al-Hazred is clear on this matter. That is not dead which can eternal lie. Unhappy he who knows that book. Unhappy he whose eyes alight upon that foulest of texts. Unhappy he who implores the standing stones, for he will free the powers of darkness. Of the pit. Stagnant waters are like the memory of men. Beneath the surface calm, clawed beasts await and are known to initiates as the deep ones.
So this isn't as in Jack's words, or rough words. This isn't Lovecraft knockoff. This is straight up Lovecraftian.
Awaiting his prey, the deep one seizes him and drags him down to the abyss, where Dagon, the cruel god, swims and reveres him whose name may not be pronounced. Of libraries. Unhappy he who frees the prowler. Unhappy he who meets the prowler erring among the books. He generates the vagabond that comes from other spheres. He believes the vagabond does not exist. He will feel the embrace of death, for in the eyes of the vagabond, books are no more than dreams, stone no more than wind. The vagabond knows how to take the breath of the reckless. Of libraries.
Oh,
Of strife. He who speaks does not know, and believes he is able to kill the creatures of the night. Folly. Evil is conjured up by science and secrecy.
What? Why'd they stop reading?
Of strife. He who speaks does not know, and believes he is able to kill the creatures of the...
Oh, okay.
He who prowls among books will perish by the blade. He who... Of strife.
Weird.
He who prowls among books will perish by the blade. He who flies in the dark caverns will scream in fear. He who swims in the depths will evaporate. But he who believes he knows, knows nothing. He who knows says nothing. Of death. There are domains more terrible than death. That is not dead which can eternal lie. Each creature is conjured up and is not dead, but returns to the origins. A monster, a science. Steel kills the vagabond who never dies. Translator's note. Here ends the manuscript of Hubertus, who died in the library of the convent of Teruel in the year of our Lord 1666. Requiescat in pace.
Okay. I'll give you the gist while I change out my earbuds. Okay. So, inside of this mansion, there was a man named Jeremy. What was his last name? Pollard or something? What was his last name? Hang on. Where the hell is it? Jeremy Hartwood. So inside of this mansion was a man named Jeremy Hartwood. Jeremy Hartwood suddenly went missing. Now I think there was a suicide note or something because it was assumed that he committed suicide. However, and it was ruled that. However, nobody ever found his body. And before he committed suicide, there was rumors of him basically losing his mind, and when we got here, that was confirmed. He was a painter in 1825, which is when the game takes place, and he inherited this mansion from his father. As he lived here, he slowly started to lose his mind, and his paintings became more and more unhinged as time went on. Eventually, he himself started following in his father's footsteps and researching the occult because of these nightmares and visions that he was having. Eventually, his nightmares were proven to not just be nightmares, but have some source of reality to them, as he found a dagger that was in his nightmare in real life. And after that happened, he started to see a figure that he called the Dark Man. Now, I think that the Dark Man was a sleep paralysis demon that then later became more of a hallucination. But regardless, that does not matter. He did some Lovecraftian occultism spells or something, which ended up spawning these ghouls that are kind of zombie-esque and also ghosts and the like in this mansion. And he then went to a cave where he found his dead father, who was ruled to die of a heart attack, but instead he bit off his own tongue and drowned in his own blood inside of this cave. And Jeremy also went into this cave and then disappeared. We know this because we found a diary from Jeremy inside of this mansion. However, if he disappeared in that cave, how did we find his diary that talked about him going into the cave? So we are playing as Edward Carnby, I think, private investigator who is trying to figure out why, both why and where Jeremy Harcourt's from fucking, what is it, Hartwood? Harcourt's from Peacemaker. Is it Jeremy Hartwood? Hartwood. Trying to figure out where Jeremy Hartwood is, his body, if he committed suicide, what happened here, why there are these ghouls and fucking hauntings and why he was raving mad and that kind of stuff. This is one of the two options. We could have played as Jeremy Hartwood's niece, but we chose not to. And that's basically what's happening in this game. Jeremy seemed to have been dabbling with some eldritch horror bullshit. So that's the gist. And now we're here. And now we have... Is that something in the end of the bed? Oh, no, that was the clock. That's the clock I'm seeing. Yeah. Okay. So we have a book. That we can now use inside of here. Oh yeah, also, outside of the game, Maker didn't say anything that whole time, which makes me feel like maybe I wasn't listened to just then. I'm not gonna repeat everything that I just said. Oh, I didn't mean to throw it. There is no room. Okay. Can I tell you something about the lamp? Can I try to guess what you're about to tell me about this lamp? Can I sit the lamp down? Yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling. There is no room. My hands are full? Okay, cool. I'm just making sure you're listening, because I said a lot of words. Outside of the story of the game, this is Alone in the Dark, the first game to ever use fixed camera angles, and basically the founder of all modern horror games, as you know, and really just kind of horror in general. Resident Evil wouldn't exist if it weren't for this game. At least not in the format that it took. And in turn, basically everything that you know that has a zombie in it probably wouldn't exist because of if that didn't exist. I mean, there's a false book. A book.
Fragments of the Book of Abdul.
How are the controls? Okay, this is what the controls look like. I am controlling the game using the arrow keys, which then just kind of leaves my pinky hanging. It is making my pinky sore. From there, I have to use the enter key to activate stuff. The spacebar also activates stuff, but sometimes for some reason it double clicks. Don't know. I have to hold spacebar and then use these buttons to fight. So I have to hold spacebar to fight, and then these buttons then do different actions. So up and down kick, left and right does right punch and left punch, while holding spacebar. When I'm searching, I have to also hold spacebar and move around. When I'm pushing, I also have to hold spacebar and push around. All using the arrow keys, which again, because I have this keyboard, my pinky's just kind of hanging here, and it is getting sore. I was thinking about rebinding over here to use WSD. This is a 1992 game that doesn't have key bindings. So I'd have to go like I had to go like change the buttons on my keyboard to be able to do that. And I might do that next session of this game, but I didn't want to do it this time because, nah.
Boop. In the antique city of dead Relia, Cthulhu dreams and waits. In the pit of time, the unspeakable lies in wait. That is not dead which can eternal lie. Relia, your blocks of stone seal the ritual that gives birth to fear. Cthulhu Fatang! Cthulhu Fatang! Ayah! Ayah!
Ayah!
Let he who knows how to invoke the stones act. It is time. Let the shadow of Cthulhu darken the sky. May the servitor of the black goat of the woods with 1,000 youngs sound his flute in honor of the unspeakable. Cthulhu Fatang! Cthulhu Fatang! Ayah!
Ayah! Ayah!
May he who may not be named cast his withering gaze upon the unbeliever. For he is the door, the key, and the guardian of the door, and holds you now in his immense power.
Oh, hang on. Hang on a second. Okay, we're good. Boop. Ayah! Ayah! How did you die? I guess because I listened to the occult words? The book killed me. Ayah! I've lost track. I think it does says is the last one. I think this is everything but the arrows, right? Yeah. Basically. Ayah! I haven't addressed it this whole time. What a horrible name Edward Carnby is. It just like it is a good name in the way that it's like kind of dumb and isn't like a fucking fantasy name like Peter Parker or something, you know? But like, what a horrible mouthfeel. Edward Carnby. Edward Carnby. What a horrible mouthfeel of a name. Okay. Get it? Does that count? There we go. I lived. It got me free chiropractic, and I lived. Honestly, I wish that happened to me. I feel like that fixed me, honestly. You survived that time? Last time I did that, it still's got quite a bit. Last time I did that, it was after I got shot by the bow guy twice. It's really not this? There's a mechanism to trigger. Fucking kid. Alright. Guess I just didn't look enough. You find a talisman that has like a ghosty ghoul going around it. You find a dagger. Is this the sacrificial dagger? Oh, many daggers. Okay, I just recently saved, so I'm gonna take the talisman and see what happens. Seemingly bad things.
The Book of Yael, Signs of Stone, Eucharistic Rituals of Forbidden Cults. Texts collated by Monsignor Vacher, legate in the Curia of the Vatican.
Numerous devilish cults speak of monstrous creatures called
Thank you, Wade.
the Old Ones. These supernatural beings are believed to be possessed of powers equivalent to those of the gods of antique religions. Adepts of such cults refer to forbidden literature in order to cause these frightful entities to appear before them. What serious student of folk myths has not come across the names of Cthulhu and Shub-Niggurath?
Whoa! Now I know that Lovecraft was a little bit bad in the early 1900s and late 1800s. But whoa! That one's definitely been renamed. That's crazy.
It must be said that these creatures wield tremendous power.
Crazy that he named that Lovecraftian creature after his cat, huh? That's pretty wild.
It must be said that these creatures wield tremendous power and are difficult to control once they have been unleashed into the world. Those who serve He who goes in shadows protect themselves with signs of stone, carved into the walls of houses or engraved on various objects. For those misguided servants of evil, the best protection appears to be that afforded by the sign of the most ancient gods, engraved in Manar stone, a heavy material
Menards
said to be disagreeable to the touch.
Got it.
The sinful practices of those who fall into such errors can only lead to the darkest of despair, and are a mortal danger to the soul.
Such monsters as those invoked by these foolhardy individuals are engendered when reason drops its guard. Man is easily tempted into perversion.
I'm gonna engender you.
It is why we must forever remain alert and renounce Satan with each breath we take. His ways are infinite in number.
This was written by the Vatican, but it's pretty crazy to talk about the old ones and Satan in basically the same breath.
The Sacrificial Dagger, Otto Stern, Lumina Books.
The importance placed on ritual sacrifice is constant in religious cult practice.
Do you think this is just the devs?
Is a theme common to many religions. The Old Testament affords many examples. Primitive polytheistic belief systems integrate sacrifice in their rituals as part of the recurrent process of reaffirmation and, naturally enough, group cohesion. The members of their social and religious community come together in an act of purification and atonement. It would be erroneous to imagine the act of human sacrifice linking priest, offering, and God, C.F. Manzetti, stone cults, as anything less than a vital focusing of the group's faith. The act also ensures the continuing appeasement of the god, but only if practiced by a recognized officiating priest using the appropriate instrument. Studies made concerning primitive religious groups bear witness to the central role of
bear witness!
My own work in the field of ethnopsychology brought me into contact with a sorcerer living in the region of Arkham.
Asylum?
He introduced me to the rite of steel, linked to a ceremony known as adoring the black goat of the woods with 1,000 youngs. The god being adored is known as the vagabond. Here, the dagger's role, which allows the life breath to pass from one dimension to another, is essential. The vagabond is a frightening figure, being able to move where he wants and to kill those who have displeased the goat god, for whom he acts as a go-between. The goat is clearly a fertility god.
Goddamn right she is.
Having spoken the invocation, must choose the appropriate dagger for the sacrifice.
Goddamn right she is.
The knife with a sinusoidal blade that must be dipped 7 times, on night when the moon is full, in water that has been distilled 100 times, will be laid aside, since it would send the vagabond back into his own dimension. See illustration.
Hang on. I'm going to take a picture of this as well. I'm sitting on the floor because we got a lot to listen to right now. And I'm gonna, while it's on my brain, I'm gonna dip 7 times. That's what I'm gonna highlight that. Dip 7 times. That's probably good. Okay.
The priest
That's your dagger?
will rather choose the dagger with a curved blade. That is more appropriate for slitting of the lamb's throat. This act transfigures the sorcerer priest and plunges the assembled worshippers into a divine trance.
Okay. So I have to use the fucking the bleeding dagger, basically.
Juan Luis Jorge, De Biblioteca, Reflections on the Power of the Verb in Certain Texts. Archaeos Publications, 1919, Stafford.
Translation does not alter the occult power contained within such forbidden texts. The malevolent energy is in no way diminished. The spell must be cast aloud and clearly, in certain languages or little-known dialects. Maglafar Fathang.
Am I gonna die after this one?
The reader will understand that, in the light of these revelations, I would be foolhardy to continue quoting from the text I have before me. If spoken aloud in its entirety, it would surely awaken powerful and malignant forces.
Wait, should I take a picture of this one? Hang on, wait.
Translation
must be cast
does
aloud
not
clearly in
alter
certain
the
language,
occult power contained within
Okay, I got
such
it.
forbidden texts. The malevolent energy is in no way diminished. The spell must be cast aloud and clearly, in certain languages or little-known dialects. I will go further and say that simple reading of some of the more technical passages describing specific practices is in itself a perilous exercise. The ill-prepared reader can easily fall prey to attacks of demented hysteria, not unlike those described in cases of individuals said to be possessed by evil spirits.
I mean, it just kind of cracked my back a few times.
I recommend the study made by Zempf, Urbain, Grandier, and Loudon, and the reports made by the Reverend Richard Price concerning a number of astonishing, to say the least, exorcisms carried out in a parish near Providence. Given what I have written, we must be grateful to the librarians of the British Museum, who have never allowed consultation of the work of Al-Azif's startling work, the infamous Necronomicon. Copies of that work do exist, in spite of the zeal of book-burning inquisitors. For proof, we need look no further than the British Museum, of course, and the sealed archives of the Miskatonic University in Arkham.
Asylum?
Other examples of books whose evil can be unleashed by any thoughtless reader are von Jutz's von Unersprechlichen Kulten and the abominable De Vermis Mysteries by Ludwig Prien, whose sordid death should be a lesson to all those tempted by a study of the occult.
Okay, I think we got one more. Yeah, we got one more and then we're done.
Ludwig Prien,
Hey, it's,
De Vermis Mysteriis,
isn't that what he just said? Hang on, wait.
Nomine Invocatoris Sine.
Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Am I dead? Yep. Ah, shit. I fucking knew it right when he said the goddamn name. Ah, fuck. Okay, hang on. I'm stuck. Okay. I gotta get away, hang on. Boop. So I can't read this last book, it will kill me. Maybe if I had more health it wouldn't. But I don't have anything to give myself health right now, so I'll just hold on to it. And then there's also this talisman, but when I pick it up, bad things happen. There's also this book sitting right here. Is this something? No. Okay. Let's go grab the lantern. Okay. Okay. So what do we got? We got this book that we can't read right now, but we have it. We have the sacrificial dagger that we need. We have a key that we don't know what goes to, but we have quite a few locked doors to try. Did I read memories? Yeah.
Editor's note.
I'm gonna sit memories down. We don't really need that with us all the time. I'm gonna keep the other stuff though. The other book. Yeah, I think I'm good. So we need to find what locked door goes to this key. There's also a bunch of paintings that might do something. We're done with the bathroom for now. Let's look downstairs first. That was the cellar. We finished there. We need some record for the gramophone for in there, and somehow we're going to get past those. Okay, that's not for there, I guess. Try again one more time. No. Okay, how about this door at the end here? I hope this game doesn't end in a cliffhanger or anything, because I know there's 2 more... I forgot. I forgot. Well, what I was going to say is, I hope this game doesn't end in a cliffhanger because I know that there's 2 more games, and I know that both of them are popularly viewed as very bad. Consecutively worse, but when looking at, like, it just gets worse and worse from 1, 2, 3. So, I would rather not play them. Is it this one? Yeah, there we go. Hey, you know, if there was ever a room to do a sacrifice in, there's a mechanism to trigger. The mechanism to trigger. That kind of looks like the saber. Maybe I need to put the saber there. A record and a book. I'm gonna save before I read this book. I have bad experience with books. I can't rewind.
The Tale of Captain J.W. Norton of the Army of the Union.
That's weird.
1862. The South was in collapse. Louisiana was open to us. I had each day to requisition victuals for our troops, and was aided in this endeavor by a score of brave men. Rebels were not yet ready to lay down their arms. The region was far from safe. I headed further and further west, and questioned many freed slaves. From them, I learned of a plantation on the coast. Its name was Derceto. We received a less than hearty welcome. Only Pickford, the owner, behaved in a friendly manner. While my men counted cattle and grain reserves, I learned what I could from him. Man was most unusual and possessed an extraordinarily cultured mind. At nightfall, I gave orders for the men to bivouac at Derceto. Pickford invited my second-in-command, Lieutenant Patterson, and myself to dine.
What does that mean? Bivouac. Is that French? What does that mean? Bivouac.
And our host proved a most entertaining conversationalist. While coffee was being served, Patterson went to inspect the men's camp. The cigar Pickford offered me was so acrid that my head began to spin. I remembered campfire tales of fellow officers trapped by devilish Confederate tricks. My mind floated in a foul and dense fog.
Gotcha.
From which
temporary camp.
The enlarged and deformed face of Pickford. He grinned at me. Patterson's return chased off the nightmare. I heard shouts and firing from outside and found the strength to take out my revolver. I fired 3 shots. Pickford fell to the floor. Patterson then helped me out of the burning house. The air was filled with smoke. We resembled a company in disorderly retreat. I saw slaves leaping into the flames of that inferno. They were trying to save Pickford's life.
Hey, so I noticed that the story ends with you talking about how you set the house on fire. And I noticed that I'm standing inside of the house. So I don't know if you were successful in that. I don't know if that worked out necessarily. And we have a record. That's probably the record I need. Yeah, I can't interact with that. Nothing important. Then there's you. Anyways, I was gonna see if I can't do anything with this altar, but I think that that might be for later. I have a sword. Okay, that's not for the... That looks more like a saber. So I'm thinking I might need the saber for that. Then there's that pirate. I'm gonna save, but I'm just gonna save over that. So I'm about to walk into the spider room. And get hit immediately. Okay, well that isn't working. Got him. Double tap. The key. Nice. Hello. I have brought you a new gramophone. You have nothing. Oh, I left the gramophone. All right, I'll be right back. You're fucking kidding me. You're fucking kidding me. I have to stand in a good position. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna save right here. Dead man. Oh, dead man's chat. Okay. Now I need to go get gramophone. I'm gonna, like, stand right here. Maybe I'm intended to stop it when they're out of the way. It's not as easy as you would think. Take 3. Slide in here. Well. Yeah, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna start the record. And then I'm gonna immediately pick up the gramophone again. And then I'm gonna do this one. No, they just dance regardless. Okay. I'm waiting for an opening. The game's running so much slower because there's so much movement on the screen. Oh. Oh, now they're dead. Oh. Huh. Okay. Well, now I have this key, which looks a little funky. A funky. Okay. My earbud died. So now I have this key, which I doubt is used for this door, but, you know, just for security's case, I'm gonna give it a shot. Okay. Where is locked? I mean, there's this box-looking thing over here, and I don't think is a box, but it might be a box. I'm gonna try it on the box. Is this a chest? Oh, this is a desk. I thought it was like an altar. It doesn't even pop up with like that it's not usable. There's a mechanism to trigger, and it wasn't this sword. I mean, there was a pirate book. Might be the pirate book. Yeah, well, it wasn't that. From the other angle that there was something underneath the desk. Yeah, I think that putting... I think that putting the, whatever triggers that mechanism there... Sword on the wall looked curved. Yeah, I think it might be the saber, but the saber's already broken, so I'm gonna try this book first because it's sitting here. And this book is piratey, and that's a curved blade, which rings pirate to me, even though it's got kind of like a Crusader Templar looking thing. Man, running is so janky. I'm thinking maybe 6 HP. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna go get the saber. Surely, if the item from the beginning, it wouldn't make it breakable. True. Like, I've been trying to run this whole time. So janky. Yeah, maybe. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Alright, back down. Oh, this uses it. Okay. You put the sabers... Oh, it is this. There we go. Sure. There we go. It still worked, even though it was broken. I'm gonna save. Basement. Okay. Thank God I saved. Holy shit. What a clutch save. Now time to struggle to run for 15 minutes. I'm going! I guess we won't be going back that way, huh? like in a... Oh, this must be the cave! Am I about to find Jeremy's body? Oh, fuck. Once again, I could not run. And now I will not stop running. As it is so hard to start running again, that I will just remain running. Okay, that's definitely something right there. Whoa! Must keep running. Oh. It beat me. Alright. Okay, this time I'm gonna save here. So I don't have to redo the bridge. Yeah. Hang on. I'm gonna actually kill this guy. I think this guy goes through a hole. However, I cannot get hit a single time. It's back behind the worm. Oh. The basement? No, this is different. No rats, though. A book. Luckily, the rat is stuck. Looks like a wine cellar? Yeah, but there was a cellar that we've seen before, but it's different than this. I think. Unless I'm incorrect. I am. Okay, well, I'll read this real quick, but...
The trial of Captain Pregst, as reported by his faithful companion Elisha Smith, known amongst his fraternity by the awful name of Captain...
I'm gonna have to load that save.
L. Transcribed from the log found aboard the wreck of the frigate Astarte by H. Hartwood.
By all the devils! Roared Pregst, glaring at William, the judge. Curse it, Will! It'll take much more than every cannon in the blasted navy to make me change me mind. You're the greatest blackguard that ever joined our fraternity. Am I not Pregst, captain of the Astarte, and
Pregst,
villain in all the seven seas? Bloody Ezek, they call me. And you think I'll tell you where I hid my treasure? The tribunal of the Corsairs' fraternity murmured at this.
Sponsored by Corsair.
All he claimed. The judge, One-Eyed William, slammed his fist on the table and silence was restored. Shut your mouth, Pregst! You didn't pay the fraternity its rightful share, and that means only one thing. You'll hang by the neck from a yardarm, you scurvy cur! Here's the rope!
Let me use that one, Quack.
Satan himself. You threaten me, Will? Many a man better than yourself has lived to regret holding a cutlass in my face. You'll be begging for mercy, mark my words. That shook One-Eyed William, and no mistake. Danny waved his hook in the air and shouted, Prext was always a loudmouth. The law says we hang him. The jurors took up the cry, Hang him!
Hang him! Hang him!
It was Preg's turn to slam his fist on the table. He threw back his head and roared with laughter. You fools! You want to kill what will never die? Try it! Once more, the assembled corsairs murmured. There was unease in the air. They remembered what happened to Chuck, the gizzard slitter.
What?
A man who opened his mouth once too often. It was night, and a bitter wind whipped the New England coast. Snug inside the Dead Horse Inn, one of the Astarte's men was talking. His name was Chuck, and his subject was black magic. He told stories of human sacrifices, voodoo rites, and zombies. He told a tale of a time when their luck was down and they were holed up in a Florida swamp. Priggs went missing. When he returned, he shouted, "'Tis the devil that guides us now, me hearties!" Whether that was true or not, the Astarte began taking loot after juicy loot. The favorite song of the Astarte's men, Crash the Bones, was replaced by a new one. A skull, go to port saber, to starboard. Pass over that will, and with death you'll deal. If you cut a rope, cut the right, I hope, or then, I don't mind, the death you will find.
You could have, sang that a little bit, but, that's fine.
The next day, as you may have guessed...
Yeah, I got it.
A
skull, go to port, saber, to starboard. Pass over that will, and with death you'll deal. If you cut a rope, cut the right, I hope. Or then I don't mind, the death you will find. Something like that. I don't know. Give it some kind of rhythm. I don't know.
The next day, as you may have guessed, Chuck's body was found with a dagger plunged between his shoulder blades. Chuck's face was fixed in a ghastly grin. Molten lead had been poured down his throat. Whatever way things happened next, and I don't have the details.
This is 1824 or something.
And we set sail for Florida. We anchored the frigate not far from New Orleans. Taking a few trusted companions with him, Prext set off into the swamp. They carried large wooden chests with them. 2 days later, we heard shots being fired and screams. Prext arrived soon after that and claimed they'd been attacked by alligators. He alone managed to escape with his life. He went on to say that the time had come to share out the spoils of our many loots. I was given command of the Astarte, while Prext handed 3 chests over to the crew. The chests were full of gold and precious gemstones. The rum flowed that night, and the stars shone bright. All at once, I noticed a tall man dressed in black.
Oh!
Prext introduced him to me. "Here's a hearty mate. You can call him Keith. Many a tale he could tell." Prext laughed loudly and held up a roll of parchment. "And his hideout, none better." The parchment fell to the ground, partly unrolling. I noticed what seemed to be a map of underground tunnels, a veritable maze of caverns. Prext continued.
Oh, so that would have hinted to the thing that I already found.
The Astarte is in your hands now.
Right next to the exit of the tunnel.
She's a fine ship, and my reputation goes with her. Should any man call me coward, then break his head for me. I'm leaving you only because I found a treasure more precious than the purest of gold. Keith spoke to him then. It is midnight. They are ready, and we must go. The stranger turned his cold eyes on me and said in a soft, chilling voice, Sometimes Pregst talks too much. Forget what he just said, and maybe you'll live. The fellow's words froze the marrow in my bones, and it was all I could do to mumble, I'll not breathe a word. The canoe slid away into the night. Their torches disappeared in the distance of the swamp. My snoring companions didn't hear the insidious rhythm of far-off drums.
Oh, it doesn't give a date, but that would have been like 1800. And the game itself takes place in like 1925. Alright. I'm gonna load this one, because that was the exit back into like home base. But it's better for me to start from here next time, so that I can see what was past. So that I can see what was past the worm and stuff. Hang on, I'm trying to... God damn it. Freaking save game, basement. Basement. Stop. Here. Okay. That way I can explore this and go where the worm did and see what's over there and stuff. But that's going to be it for Alone in the Dark today. Next session should be the last session of this if I did my math right. We're making good progress. So next session should be the last session of Alone in the Dark, and I have no plans to do the sequels because, again, I've heard they're very bad. But, I don't know, if we vibe with it, maybe we can go down and do the sequels. I don't know, I don't really care. But yeah, it's been a good time. Fun game so far. A lot more fun than I thought it would be. Definitely not scary, which I was expecting. This game is pretty much exactly what I expected it to be. What will we do if we finish it? Well, we're going to finish this next week. I might do another run of this with the other protagonist and see if anything's different. Check a look around. I kind of doubt that it is much different, but I'll check a look around. So yeah,